who's very enthusiastic and someone that's very detail-oriented. As a law student, I've certainly acquired a lot of skills over the last couple of years. It actually is a brand of athletic wear from my home country of Canada. Basically, it started as a very small, homegrown kind of a business. Still have a very strong following, but at the same time I've still maintained the same values and the same quality and all of those kinds of things. So I would like to consider myself as the same kind of person, that I do have those kind of strong values and started building on my career a little bit at a time, and now I'm at the point where I have sort of expanded myself around the world and hope to continue doing so. Something that's going to be challenging, involves a lot of teamwork, so hopefully a lot of personal interaction where I can offer my skills and my knowledge to my coworkers, and I can also gain from their knowledge and experience, so it can be sort of that two-way street. I certainly would consider myself someone that's very interpersonal. I like to communicate, so I'd like to have a role where communication is going to be a large part of my position and my day-to-day sort of interactions. Sort of timely. As a law student, I often have several assignments happening at the same time. Sometimes there's other things happening in my life, so when it comes down to getting that assignment completed, often it is in a very tight period, sometimes 2 or 3 days. I think the biggest tool that I've used that's been really useful in getting those kinds of things done is just really prioritizing my time. If it is sort of the deadline is creeping up, maybe taking another analysis again of what has been accomplished, what still needs to be accomplished, and then maybe even shifting goals at that point. But always sort of keeping the big picture in mind and working as efficiently with the tools that I have. Okay. Enthusiastic, hardworking, detail-oriented, positive, and high achiever. And every day that I'm at law school, it reminds me that I definitely made the right decision, because every day I'm exposed to different ideas, different ways of thinking, different concepts that I never would have experienced had I not chosen that career. Every day I feel really quite privileged to have the opportunity to be exposed to all those different ideas and techniques. So that's certainly so that's really the tricky part, is when everything sort of all comes to a crunch. But essentially I feel like at this point that I have the skills to be able to handle those kinds of situations and come through at the end. And if you have handled that well and you've gotten all of those things done, despite it being an absolutely crazy time, on that day when everything sort of is accomplished and finished, there's no better feeling than that. So